In 1995, Star Trek, Voyager sent a Starfleet crew farther from home than ever before, stranded in the Delta Quadrant with no backup, no Federation safety net, and a captain forced to turn strangers and former enemies into family. But behind Voyager's journey were career reinventions, difficult departures, personal struggles, surprising comebacks, and actors whose lives changed long after the ship finally made it home. Today, we're looking back at the cast of Star Trek, Voyager then and now, and the real stories behind one of Star Trek's most emotional voyages. Captain Kathryn Janeway, the determined commander who carried Star Trek, Voyager through the unknown dangers of the Delta Quadrant, was portrayed by Kate Mulgrew. She was born on April 29, 1955, in Dubuque, Iowa, and was 40 when the series premiered in 1995. Janeway works because she combines scientific intelligence with stubborn moral courage. Stranded thousands of light years from home, she has to become captain, diplomat, scientist, judge, and protector all at once, while holding together a crew made from Starfleet officers and former Maquis rebels. Mulgrew played her with steel and warmth, making Janeway both commanding and deeply human. As the first female lead captain of a Star Trek series, she became a milestone for science fiction television and a symbol of leadership for many viewers. After Voyager, Mulgrew continued working steadily, earning acclaim as Red in Orange is the New Black, and returning to Janeway through animation in Star Trek, Prodigy. In 2026, she is 71, and Janeway remains one of the franchise's defining captains, fierce, principled, and unforgettable at the edge of Federation space. Commander Chakotay, the former Maquis leader who became Janeway's trusted first officer on Star Trek, Voyager, was portrayed by Robert Beltran. He was born on November 19, 1953, in Bakersfield, California, and was 41 when the series began in 1995. Chakotay works because he gives Voyager's command structure a quiet tension. He once fought against Starfleet, yet he becomes essential to keeping the stranded crew united, offering patience, loyalty, and emotional steadiness beside Janeway's relentless drive. Beltran played him with calm restraint, making Chakotay feel like a man who had seen conflict and chosen discipline over bitterness. His spiritual identity and native-inspired storylines were meant to add cultural depth, though some of that writing later drew criticism for relying on flawed consultation. Still, Beltran gave the character dignity and warmth, especially in his mentorship of former Maquis crew members. After Voyager, he continued acting in film, theater, and television, and later returned to the role through Star Trek, Prodigy. In 2026, Beltran is 72, and Chakotay remains remembered as Voyager's steady counterbalance, a man trying to turn rebellion into trust. Lieutenant B'Elanna Torres, the fierce half-Klingon chief engineer who kept Voyager alive against impossible odds, was portrayed by Roxann Dawson. She was born on September 11, 1958, in Los Angeles, California, and was 36 when Star Trek, Voyager premiered in 1995. B'Elanna works because she is brilliant, angry, wounded, and deeply human beneath the Klingon fire she often tries to fight or deny. As a former Maquis engineer suddenly serving under Starfleet rules, she brings tension into the ship's early days. But her skill quickly becomes essential to survival in the Delta Quadrant. Dawson played her with intensity and vulnerability, showing a woman battling not only enemy ships and failing systems, but also shame, identity, love, and fear of becoming too much like the parts of herself she rejects. Her romance with Tom Paris gave the series one of its strongest emotional arcs, turning rebellion into partnership and eventually family. After Voyager, Dawson became a highly successful television director, working on series such as The Americans, House of Cards, and Foundation. In 2026, she is 67, and B'Elanna remains one of Star Trek's most powerful portraits of self-acceptance. Lieutenant Tom Paris, the gifted pilot with a troubled past and a love for old Earth adventure, was portrayed by Robert Duncan McNeil. He was born on November 9, 1964, in Raleigh, North Carolina, and was 30 when Star Trek, Voyager began in 1995. Tom works because he starts the series as a man carrying disappointment, expelled from Starfleet, imprisoned, and unsure whether anyone truly believes in him. Voyager gives him a second chance, and McNeil plays that redemption with humor, charm, and gradual maturity. Paris is reckless at times, but he grows into a loyal officer, devoted husband, and eventually a father, proving that the journey home is also a journey toward becoming better. His fascination with 20th century cars, movies, and holodeck fantasies gives the show a playful, nostalgic streak, while his relationship with B'Elanna brings emotional grounding. After Voyager, McNeil moved strongly behind the camera, directing and producing shows such as Chuck, The Orville, Resident Alien, and many others. In 2026, he is 61, and Tom Paris remains one of Star Trek's clearest redemption stories. the pilot who finally earned the trust he once threw away.